Echo and Narcissus. Echo was a beautiful nymph and was fond of the woods and hills. She was a favorite of Artemis and followed the goddess in the hunt. But Echo had one fault. She liked talking, and whether in chat or argument, she always had to have the last word. One day, Hera was looking for her husband. She feared that Zeus was keeping company with the nymphs. Echo tried to delay Hera with talk until the other nymphs could escape. Hera was not so easily fooled. She became angry with Echo and said,
"You will lose the use of that tongue with which you have cheated me, except for one purpose. You are so fond of replying, so you will always have the last word. You will never speak first."
Echo soon found that she could not say anything she wanted to. She could only repeat what others said first. One day, Echo saw Narcissus, a beautiful young man, as he was hunting. She fell in love with him and followed. She wanted to speak to him, but she could not. She waited impatiently for him to speak first. At last, Narcissus became separated from his companions. He shouted, "Who's here?" Echo replied,
"Here."
Narcissus looked around, but seeing no one, called out, "Come." Echo answered,
"Come."
No one came, so Narcissus called again. "Why do you avoid me?" Echo asked the same question. "Let us join one another," said the young man. The maid answered with all her heart in the same words and ran to Narcissus. She tried to throw her arms about his neck, but he stepped back. "Hands off," he said. "I would rather die than let you have me."
"Have me,"
said Echo, but it was in vain. He left her, and she went to hide her embarrassment in the darkness of the woods. From then on, she lived in caves and cliffs. Her body became skinny with grief until it faded away. Her bones became rocks. There was nothing left of her but her voice. She is still ready to reply to anyone who calls her and keeps up her old habit of having the last word. Narcissus was cruel to all women, not just Echo. One day, a maiden who was unsuccessful in attracting him prayed that he might some day feel what it was to be rejected in love. The goddess of vengeance heard this prayer and granted it. There was a clear spring that was never visited by animals or humans. It was never polluted by fallen leaves or branches. To this pool Narcissus came one day, tired from hunting. He was hot and thirsty. He bent down to drink and saw his own image in the water. He thought it was some beautiful water spirit. He stood gazing at his own bright eyes. He fell in love with himself. He reached his arms out to hug his new love, but the image disappeared as soon as he touched the water. After a moment, it returned. Narcissus could not tear himself away. He lost all thought of food or drink. He started to talk with his imaginary water nymph. "Why, beautiful being, do you ignore me?" said Narcissus. "You must be attracted by my face. The nymphs love me, and you yourself look at me with attraction." Narcissus's tears fell into the water and disturbed the image. As he saw it depart, he exclaimed, "Stay, I beg you! Let me at least look at you if I may not touch you." Narcissus could not leave. Slowly he lost his health as his body shrank from hunger. Soon his beauty was also lost. He wasted away and died. When his spirit passed over the river Styx, he leaned over the boat to look at himself in the waters. The nymphs, especially the water nymphs, mourned him. They prepared to burn his body in honor, but when they looked for it by the spring, they could not find it. In its place was a flower, purple inside and surrounded with white leaves. This flower bears the name and preserves the memory of Narcissus.